guys, it's Stacey. This is going to be my Spooktober Challenge 3 video. This is the video where you're supposed to get dressed up in some sort of character and do a book recommendation based on what that character would like. Oh, and by the way, this costume happens to be my son's Halloween costume that he wore when he was like 6. I don't know how I managed to shimmy my big butt into this thing, but I did. And while I'm sitting here, if you hear a ripping, sorry. I was going to do a ghost for this book that I'm going to recommend, but I like the skeleton makeup more than I like the ghost makeup, and I really love doing face makeup. So, a skeleton I am, which still fits in with the book because I'm a dead thing, and dead things are aplenty in The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Are you surprised? Really? Is anyone surprised? I don't think anyone is surprised at this point anymore with my Neil Gaiman obsession. I feel like every time I read something by Neil Gaiman, I end up thinking, wow, this might be my favorite thing he's ever written. And then I read another book by him and I'm like, shit. This might be my favorite thing he's ever written. This story is about a boy named Nobody Owens. He was originally a boy that was part of a family, and his family gets murdered one night and nobody gets away. He's about 2 and he gets out of his crib and he leaves the house. And he goes down the street and he finds the graveyard, and there are ghosts in the graveyard who see this little toddler and they decide to take him in as one of their own because they realize that someone is after him. So there's this elderly couple that decide that they will be his parents, and there's a vampire who decides he will be Nobody's godfather, guardian type person. And he kind of just overall takes care of Nobody, because he's able to actually leave the graveyard and go get food and things that the boy needs to survive, whereas the ghosts have to stay at the graveyard. The story basically surrounds the adventures that he has growing up in the graveyard, which just by themselves are so fantastical and so wonderful. He goes on this adventure with some ghouls, and the ghouls are bad. They're not good guys, but the ghouls are written in such a way that you love them. They are so funny. They have the best villain names ever. They have names like the Duke of Westminster, the 33rd President of the United States, Victor Hugo, the Emperor of China. Like, it just doesn't get any better than that. When Neil Gaiman is describing the ghouls and how kind of stupid they are and animalistic, and then they have names like the 33rd President of the United States. It's just so funny. Neil Gaiman does villains so well. They are just so perfect that you end up loving the villains as much as you love the good guys. This book is perfect for Halloween. It has a vampire, it has a werewolf, it has ghosts, it has ghouls, it has the bad guy, it has a witch. It just has all of your classic Halloween monsters. It is just perfect. It's one of those books I'm making my kids read, and I plan on rereading this story possibly every October because it definitely did get me in the mood for Halloween. So if you are looking for the perfect Halloween story, I totally recommend The Graveyard Book. It really doesn't get any better than this, and it's written by Neil Gaiman. So yeah, there's that. Okay guys, that's all I've got for this video. I hope y'all are having fun with this challenge and coming up with some cool costume ideas. Make sure you do this video. You still have time to get your entry in, and the Bookstagram pick, don't forget that as well. And I will leave the links to the other hosts for Spooktober down below. This challenge is the Al Burrows challenge, and make sure you check out her video because her costume she did for this was outstanding. So yeah, that's all I've got for today. I will see you guys in a few days with the next challenge.